Hey guys, welcome back to GuitarNibble.com. I'm Trent, and today I'm going to do a gear review on one of my favorite pieces that we use in almost every video that I shoot, and that is my Blackstar amp. This is a Blackstar. It's HT-5R is the model number. The R stands for reverb. This is a tube amp. It's a 5-watt tube amp, which means it sounds good without being so loud it rips your head off. So it's very cool. You can check it out in most of the videos. I am using this amp. Whether you see it in the video or not, that's what I'm actually using. It uses kind of a strange power tube. It's called a 12BH7 power tube, which is a little bit unusual, but it sounds great in this amp. Also has a 12AX7 in it. It's 2 channels, and most of the time I'm just using the sound of the amplifier. A distorted sound with a Les Paul. Nice rich tone, not at a loud volume at all. I can almost speak over the volume here, so we're not really loud. Also has reverb built into it. It's digital reverb, really like that. The amplifier is pretty much stock. This white one was one that they had out a couple years ago. It was an anniversary model, or a limited edition model, I should say, and in the white Corinthian leather. Actually, I don't know what the white is, but it's awesome. I did change one thing on this amplifier, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. I did put a better speaker in it. The speaker that came with it was okay, but I felt it was lacking tone a little bit, so I snuck in one of my favorites, a Celestian Greenback, and wow, real improvement on that. Really like it. Also has a clean channel I can switch over to. Nice tone with the humbucker. Single coils. Also like the out of phase sound a lot. This is out of phase clean. Very doinky sounding. But on an overdrive sound, that sounds really cool. Very Peter Green-like. This thing has performed great. I've never had a problem with it so far, shooting all the videos. I turn it on, it works great, sounds great, the tones are awesome. Check out a bunch of the different videos, you'll hear what it sounds like. I did shoot a video on how to set up the tone of your amplifier, and I use this amplifier to do that. So if you go to that video, you can check out a lot more about the controls on this one. The only feature I didn't go over in that video, I'll go over here, and it's called the ISF control. And what that does, it's designed to, if you twist it to one side, this sounds more like an American style amp, like Fender. If you twist it to the other side, it's more of a Marshall type sound. By the way, Blackstar, if you research the company, it was actually created by 2 Marshall amplification engineers. They were working for Marshall. They wanted to do a few things that Marshall wasn't into, so they went off and started their own company. And this is a great amp. I've not played a lot of their products, but I can say this one, couldn't be happier with. It has the paper drill cloth like the old Marshalls, and very acoustically transparent. So let's listen to this ISF control. If I go to 1, I might need to turn the gain down a little bit for that, just so you can hear a little bit more what we're doing. So this is all the way to one side. Change the character by just rolling that all the way to the other side. If you can't guess which one is Fender and which one is Marshall, let's do that one more time. One side. Think cleaner or crunchier. This one right here, as opposed to this. So you've got one's UK, the other one is more American. This, by the way, is the American sound. And then you go to the other side and you get the UK type sound. More crunchy. What's really cool, it's a blend control, so you don't have to choose one or the other, you can blend them. And I usually have it set that way. So a little bit more clarity. Setting that control at about 1 o'clock, anywhere from 1 to 2 o'clock. You'll find the UK sound on the right and the American sound on the left. And if you look at if you have a globe, you may have seen one of those. We're on the left and UK is on the right. So that's how it's set up. Genius. Love the amplifier. I'm going to spin it around here in a second and get a shot of the back of it so you can see the speaker. I will tell you, the greenback speaker has a huge magnet. It did fit with a shoehorn. I got it in there. It had maybe a 1/4 of an inch between it and the back panel, but it did work very well. I'm not using any foot pedals here other than I do use a noise suppressor that just keeps everything quiet. It's a Boss NS2 noise suppressor, and it doesn't do anything except for keep it quiet, so there's no hiss in the background. So we'll flip this amp over, and I hope you enjoy it. Check it out on all the videos. Love the sound of this amp, can't say enough good about it. Alright guys, now we're looking at the back of the Blackstar HT-5R. And basically you have all kinds of printing here, and you're like, well, what does that all mean? There's all kinds of jacks, plugins underneath here. We have speaker output, so we can actually power a different cabinet if we wanted to, and several different impedance available. You can do an 8 ohm extension cabinet, 16 ohm extension cabinet. If you do not know what that means, ask your dealer of your amplifiers before you start plugging cabinets into anything, because you can blow your amps up. So I'm not going to go into detail with it here, but you just need to make sure that whatever cabinet you're using has the same impedance, that means ohms, as what it's asked for here. If it says 16 in this jack, I need to plug a 16 ohm cabinet in there. I don't need to plug an 8 ohm cabinet in there. I might blow up the amplifier. Over here we have some outputs, emulated output. What that means is the output through the headphones sounds like we're using speakers. It's coming through speakers. So that's something that's very desirable. If I'm going to run this direct out for recording, I want it to sound like it's coming through a speaker cabinet. Over here we have an effects loop, a couple different levels switchable there. Send and return on that. I could put outboard effects into this, reverbs, chorus, flange, whatever I want to do. And then here we have the MP3 line in. That would be if you wanted to run the music that you're listening to through this amp from your phone or whatever. I wouldn't recommend doing that on an amplifier like this. Use a mixer of some sort and make sure that you have clean inputs for your headphones. It'll work here, but I would not use it in that fashion. And the speaker is actually right up in here. You can barely see just the bottom of the speaker, but it does have a Celestion G12M greenback in it. It's awesome sounding speaker. Love it. Definitely improved the tone of the amp. So much so that the original speaker, I sold it because I would never use it. So if you do get one of these and you find that it's not sounding quite like what mine is, other than my hands, get one of those greenback speakers. They're awesome. They cost about $150, worth every penny. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and continue to tune into GuitarAnimal.com. We'll have more fun stuff for you.